So, this is my video blog about how to improve student engagement with online or blended learning. I hope you like it, and I'd appreciate any feedback or comments you might have. Good starter, Office Mix is not available for Apple Macs, and straight away there's a barrier to learning. The device that I have at home and the one that I want to use is not compatible with the teacher's software. I imagine this is quite common with many students because the tools they use are not the same as ours. But never mind, I'll just use good old PowerPoint, albeit with an added voiceover. I nicked this image from the GIST website, and this little video discusses ideas associated with media literacy, information literacy, and ICT literacy. After the false start with Office Mix, I typed in a decent search term into Google Scholar, clicked on the most current research, that is since 2017, and unchecked the boxes for patents and citations because I'm not interested in all of that. I scrolled through the results until I found something that was interesting or relevant, and the PDF icon on the right hand side means that the document is freely available and not hidden behind any paid for subscription. I then found this article, which seemed to have a nice title, but when I started reading, I found an even better one. This process of checking references and tracking back through the source material is well worth mentioning to students because it's about critically reading and evaluating what they've found. Anyway, Courts and Riley's paper is quite short, and I do like the language they have chosen to use. They devised a model for computer-assisted learning, and on the vertical axis there's constructive learning and then unlearning below. Thinking about what unlearning might feel like as a student is an interesting concept. It's more than just discarding misconceptions. It's about recognising that your attitude to something, what you feel about it, influences how much you're prepared to change. I also like the word dispiritedness. It does describe what many learners go through when they are trying to get to grips with something new or challenging. So here's the link to the full text, and the next few slides are just an experiment really. I had a hunch that electronic communication, such as Facebook and message boards, do not actually encourage deep learning. Certainly they provide information or data and they can stir up opinion, but are they thoughtful? Does such writing offer any insight? I think maybe the format of online communication directly influences the quality of thinking or the type of knowledge that can be acquired. I came across this quote the other day, and what I am particularly interested in is getting students to grasp concepts. For instance, if you understand the concept of referencing and citations, then really it doesn't matter whether you use author date or footnotes, whether it's Harvard or Oxford. It's not about the style or the surface layer, but something much deeper. And I'm not sure if something like that can be delivered online. Anyway, here goes. I think most teachers would recognise that the emotional state of a student influences their learning and their progress. But unfortunately, many people in IT have failed to notice this. And so despite every elaborate systems, technology still does not quite work for teaching and learning. Intelligent tutoring systems are the next generation of computer-assisted learning. They like the computer, offering feedback on multi-choice answers, but more complicated. And yet the IT people are still wondering why there's no uptake. Does this ring any bells? This is a bit I really like. The authors suggest actually looking at expert teachers working in the classroom, dealing with everyday activities. What happens in these face-to-face encounters with teachers who know what they're doing, and how can this be replicated in an online environment? Again, this extract is so positive about the physical role of teachers. So compared to what happens in a classroom, how can technology enhance learning? If it is the case that electronic formats have a bias towards the pictorial or the colourful, then that's okay. I like animations and cartoons. And sometimes just saying something in a different way does get the message across, like a little video, or even just a voiceover against a written text. So if I've made you think about the emotional aspects of online learning, or whether the format might influence the function of blended learning, then perhaps it is possible to design content that promotes criticality and higher order thinking skills.